And we're live.
Hey guys, this is Bridge from Ledger CS,
And this is Dan from Ledger CS.
and we are here in this Halloween themed session to help you out. And if you have any questions regarding crypto, Ledger, anything, just ask it in the chat and then we'll answer them in live and give you instant support.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the new setup. This is just a temporary setup. We're
trying new things every time.
Yeah, we're trying new things. But yeah, so next time we'll be back in the different setup, which might be the better setup. Well, no, you'll decide. In the meantime, as usual, we're here for about an hour, give or take. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We'll go through all your questions, any topic, really. Like, it's up to you. Yeah, before we start, Prince, do you have anything to share? Like,
Yes, as always, as this is like coming from the Ledger Bible, is please do not share your 24-word seed phrase with anyone because you don't need to give your private keys to anyone to help you. Anyone asking for it, pretending to ask for, even pretending as Ledger support is just a scammer. So we'll never ask for your 24 words, we'll never DM you, we'll never call you on a phone or something, and we'll never ask you to sync your device with Ledger Live using your private keys basically. So anything that has to do with private keys, please do not interact with that. And just save your assets. And also there are a lot of scams going on basically in NFTs. So if you receive any scam NFTs, then definitely do not interact with it, do not try to move it. Because if you try to move it, you will sign a transaction and then which is giving the permission to that smart contract to access your entire address, and then you can still lose your assets even after having a Ledger device because you're giving the access to the smart contract.
Absolutely.
Best thing is to just right click on the NFT, scam NFT, and just hide it. We are also working on a way to filter it out, so soon we might have something that could be helping our users as well, because it's annoying to get like all these spam NFTs on. I think it's mostly on Polygon because the network fees are too low, so I guess it's mostly because of that.
Yeah, and if you guys could also give us like a little feedback in the chat, just to make sure you can hear us properly. We just want you guys to have the best experience, and we're testing a new mic today, so we just want to make sure that you guys can hear us. So if you could drop a little like, hey, we can hear you, sound is good, in the chat, that would be awesome. But that being said, we've got quite a few questions in the chat, so let's begin.
Yep. So the first question is from Stuart. Is it possible to swap fiat for fiat and withdraw to the bank account from Ledger Live? Yes, it is possible to sell your assets directly from Ledger Live. So if you want, we can show it to you. You can just go to the sell option on Ledger Live, and it will allow you to sell all your assets directly from here. And we also have some different partners inside. You just have to select you have to select the account, and you can directly sell your assets from Ledger Live. Of course, there are also different service providers inside the Discover tab in Ledger Live that you can use to sell your assets, like for example BTC Direct. And it's just there, and you can use this to sell your assets. They support multiple tokens, so if you go to the sell tab there and then you click, and then these are the multiple sell options to sell your tokens directly from Ledger Live. You can also use Ramp, which is another dApp, and that also does support selling of your assets directly from Ledger Live. So Stuart, again, to answer your questions, yes, of course, it's easy to buy and sell assets directly within Ledger Live, and you can also do this.
Oh wow, there is quite a lot of options here. Okay.
It also do stable coins. So if you want to convert it to stable coins, you can also use it to swap it, or you can also sell it directly from Ledger Live.
That makes sense. So I guess we just have to integrate more of those options here into the sell tab because currently they're not connected, right? So they're not visible.
You might not. It might be not supported in your region, but in that case, you just have to send it to an exchange and then withdraw it to your bank account. If the region is not supported, because it's mostly for Europe, I guess, for now, and soon it's going to come for US as well. So.
Okay, really cool.
Next is Mandeep. When Ledger Stacks available in stock? Please tell me.
Ledger Stacks, we're still working on it. So Mandeep, when the device is ready, you'll get an email into the inbox that you provided, the inbox to the email you provided to pre-order the device. Again, we're working on it, and we'll ship the device when the device is good and up to the standard that you can expect from Ledger. But that being said, the device is still being worked on. Yep.
And if you've not purchased the device yet, and if you want to buy it, as you know, the pre-orders have been paused for now. But you can still do it. You can buy the NFT on secondary marketplace like Rarible or OpenSea, and then you can claim your NFT tax via burning this NFT that you bought from the secondary marketplace, and that's how you can still place the order and get into the queue.
Okay. And if you maintain your pre-order, then you get like freebies, right?
Yep. So if you place the order with the NFT, then you will get a magnetic shell, which is the case for protecting your Ledger stacks, and you'll also get a colored Nano S Plus as it's for the delay that is being caused in shipping the device. And if you ordered it via the website, you'll get a free magnetic shell case to protect your device.
So it's up to you. If you want to cancel your pre-order, then that's perfectly fair. We'll process your cancellation. But if you want to keep your pre-order and be patient, then you'll also get like a free magnetic shell or device, depending on how you order the device in the first place. So, but it's perfectly up to you. You can just contact us via the contact button if needed.
Yeah, and we're really sorry for the delay because that is something which we didn't estimate it or in initial time.
I think that's fair.
And that's why we are not able to give an exact ETA due to that particular reason as well.
Yeah.
Next is Kanchan. I didn't receive my pre-order Ledger Stacks almost 1 year ago when Ledger Stacks delivery.
Wow.
So we already answered that. So don't worry, Kanchan. We are working on shipping all the devices as soon as we can. And once we do that, you'll get an email notification on the email address that you provided during the pre-order. Until then, please wait. And if you already purchased it, you'll get some free goodies. If you have, it depends if you have it's with the Stacks NFT or with the website order, you'll definitely get something. Okay. Next is Hitesh Dosi, and he's asking, would you give away my seed phrase to the government?
No, we would not give away your seed phrase to the government. We don't have access to your seed phrase in the first place. So I think, we have nothing to give away.
Yeah, because and even if you subscribe to the service, like the data of if that seed is linked to your your account, maybe that information also we don't have it because this service is provided by a third independent party which is called CoinCover, and they are the one who's going to be in charge of taking the care of the data and the KYC. So basically, Ledger does not have any way to. First of all, we don't have access to your seed phrase, and we don't have any way to let us know that okay, this seed phrase belongs to you or this seed phrase belongs to someone else. So it's completely still non-custodial, and launching of the service does not change anything security-wise, and you can still use your assets device to manage and secure your assets as you were doing before.
Absolutely. And again, guys, so we have the official launch today of Recover service, but it's still optional, right? So nothing has changed. That's the message we've been repeating since we introduced a long time. So the service is live now, and if you are interested in signing up, then good for you. You can now access and back up your seed. But if you don't like it, then Ledger will never force you to use it. Okay, so you're still in control. You cannot we cannot activate the service for you. If you want to use the service, you'll have to go through an onboarding. You'll have to confirm on your device. I mean, there is multiple steps you'll have to go through before you can back up your seed. Okay, and again, you don't have to do it. If you decide not to do it, then the security is still the same. The security assumptions are still the same, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and it's not a free service. So if you don't pay for the service, then of course you cannot activate that service. So that is also one thing. And on top of that, Recover does not support passphrases. So if you still think you want to protect yourself even further, one additional layer of security, then definitely you can add a passphrase to your already have the seed phrase, and then you can create new accounts, and that passphrase will not be used for the service because it's not supported with the Recover.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Next is Hitesh. He's asking, will you restrict or ban sending?
I think there is a.
Apple. Sorry, Apple is asking when staking or ETH on Qilin is CoinETH or STETH.
So when you do pool staking via Qilin, you're providing ETH. Okay, normal ETH, not STETH. STETH is what you get when you send your ETH to Lido. You get STETH in return. When you pool stake via Qilin, you send ETH and you get PSETH in return, which is a token that represents your share within the pool. That's also available. You should be able to see it in Ledger Live. It doesn't have a value because we don't have a price data for it, but basically 1 PSETH is equal to 1 ETH. So that's how you can do the accounting here.
Next is Hitesh. He's asking, will you restrict or ban sending or receiving of crypto from your hardware if government asks you to do it or in any country? So no, we cannot do that because transactions on blockchain are not controlled by Ledger at all. Again, your assets are not inside your Ledger device. Only the keys your assets are first on the blockchain, which no one can control since it's completely decentralized. And so we cannot stop it. We cannot stop any transactions going in and out of the method that you're doing with your ledger device. And your assets are not stored inside the ledger device. It's only the keys to the accounts on the blockchain that are secured by the ledger device. And as long and again, so we cannot access it, and we cannot do anything with your assets. We cannot ban any transactions, and we cannot do any transactions based on your behalf. Basically, we're not a bank. You are your own
Exactly.
bank. So yeah, you only are in charge of taking care of your assets and how you secure them and how you manage them.
I think there might be like a misunderstanding that Ledger is not an exchange. Like we're not like FTX, for example, where
Yeah.
we can lock you out of your accounts, right? As Prince was saying, you have your private keys. Your private keys are secured by your Ledger device. So even if Ledger Live, for whatever reason in the future, let's say Ledger becomes super evil and you can't do anything within Ledger Live, well, guess what? You would still be able to spend your funds by connecting to a different interface.
Yep.
Because you don't really need Ledger Live at the end of the day, right? You have your private keys, so you can connect your private keys you can connect your Ledger device to any interface. For example, like for Bitcoin, you could connect to Electrum or MetaMask for ETH, and then you would still be able to send your coins, right? So you don't really need Ledger Live. But I feel like a lot of people think that, as you said, we're a bank or we're like an exchange, and we can somehow like restrict you guys from moving your funds. But it's really not the case. It's actually the complete opposite. And the philosophy on which Ledger was created is to allow you guys to secure, create safe private keys and also a secure way to have those private keys and self-custody those private keys. And those values will never change. And so that's super important. So the answer to your response is no, we cannot stop you from spending your funds. And that's the difference between Ledger and a bank or an exchange. So hopefully that's clear.
Yep. Next is Alexander Bradburn. He's saying sound is good.
Oh.
Thank you for your feedback.
Sounds familiar.
Yep. Next is Buntara. Sending Bitcoin from from exchange to NanoS was pending for a long time. I wanted to use Electrum, but the fee shown was very, very expensive. Is there another way? So for sending Bitcoin from exchange to NanoS, you don't need an Electrum because the private keys are not with you; it's with the exchange. So in that case, Buntara, just wait for some time because I think it's network congestion, and then even the market is picking up due to the ETF funds in US. So I guess if you want to wait, you should wait for some time and then send it to your Ledger device. Or otherwise, you might have to pay exchange fees and these fees are again charged by the exchange and not by Ledger. So there is nothing that we can do from our side to fix it.
Bitcoin particularly recently has been very congested because of the market's action, right? So it's not surprising that you guys getting delays on Bitcoin transactions, or that transaction might be failing if you're sending from an exchange to your Ledger device, just because the infrastructure that supports sending from the exchange to your wallet might be failing as well. And we've had some issues on Ledger Live side as well. Where, you might get like 500 error API HTTP 500 as well in Ledger Live when you're trying to manage your Bitcoin account. And the reason why this error happens is because there's too many people trying to use Ledger Live at the same time. And Ledger Live is just overwhelmed. So instead, what you can do is use like third-party wallets, right? If you run into this issue, so like Electrum, Sparrow. But as Prince was saying, if you're sending from an exchange to your Ledger device, then typically you can just use Ledger Live. That's fine. But the exchange might also get the same issue that we're facing on the Ledger Live side, and it's all because the Bitcoin network is super congested. So it will calm down, hopefully, or not. If the price continues pumping, that the issues will we'll fix the issues, of course, but you might run into more issues.
But the fees is not something that
and
we
the
control.
fees, and the fees we can't control.
Hector is saying sound is good. Thank you, Hector. Next, Apple is asking how to convert STETH back to ETH. So we can show it to you. You just have to go to Discover tab in Ledger Live, and you can open the Paraswap app, which is the swapping app inside Ledger Live. And once you do that, you just have to swap your STETH for ETH, and just you have unstaked your ETH now. So it's not very complicated. It's simple. Just select the STETH to ETH, and once you have it, your assets are unstaked now. You don't need to do it manually by going to Lido's website or something like that. Next is Shaky. He's asking, hey Dan, I told you about a problem I have within two Ledger X and S on one live account. still not resolved. I had live agent try to help me, but nothing seems to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shiki, you can do one thing. You just drop the case number in the chat, and then maybe Dan can like pick it up after the session gets over, and then he'll try to do some troubleshooting and help you out. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll get back to you tomorrow, Shaky, because this is almost the end of our shift.
Yep. Yeah.
So-
Exactly.
So yeah, drop the case number, and I'll pick up the ticket tomorrow, and I'll get back to you.
Next is Lucas. He's asking, what about Lightning Network on Bitcoin?
No, unfortunately, it's not going to be supported in Ledger Live like anytime soon. The reason why is it's really difficult to have a fully custodial setup with Lightning because of Lightning channels and channel management. I mean, there is like a lot of things to think about, and the UX is just not practical for now to be compatible with a Ledger device. So the best thing you can do is, if you have your own mobile Lightning wallets and you've got your Ledger wallet, then you send your Bitcoin to Lightning wallets and then you spend using that. It's a little hacky, but that's the best way you can manage Lightning for now.
Yeah, I think in Lightning we feel that it's not that safe and not secure for hardware wallets because it's not designed for it. But maybe if in future, if our devs find a safe and secured way of integrating this network in Ledger Live, then they'll definitely do that, Lucas. But until then, we don't have an ETA or roadmap of this feature coming anytime soon.
Maybe we can reset the room
Yep.
before we continue.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, you want to do it? Go for it.
Yeah, so guys, so this is Pringe and this is Dan from Ledger Support, and we're here to help you guys with any questions you might have. So we're here for an hour. Of course, if you don't have any questions, we'll wrap it up earlier. But what we want, of course, is like just be here and help you. And so if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. We'll go question by question, and
it can be anything. It can be
Anything.
crypto, scam, NFTs. If you have received some scammy NFT, if you want to ask about that, if you want to ask about any future integrations, any new device, any new features or services that could be releasing anytime soon. Of course, we don't have a clear roadmap for now. Like we cannot have the ETS for any time soon, but maybe something can be used to. Oh, okay. And
so yeah, go for it, guys. Like,
ask
drop
any
your
questions, guys. There's no stupid questions. There's no silly questions. There are only questions. And your question can help someone else as well. So yeah, please go for it. Next is One-Eyed Will. He's saying, thank you, Dan, for your yesterday. I got my XLM. I had to use TellerX to send out because I got an error. Maybe in Ledger Live, I guess he's talking about.
It seems like yesterday. So One-Eye Willie had this 503 error with XLM as well, and it seems like a lot of different coins had the same issue yesterday. So that's something that you guys might be experiencing like right now. Like there might be some deeper issue in Ledger Live.
Yep.
But of course, guys, if you get those issues, like they're not like they don't put your funds at risk. They're just connectivity, like networking issues. Like typically, like the server are just overwhelmed. I mean, it could be different reasons, but you still have your private keys. The private keys are in your device. They're safe. You just need to find an interface that will support like broadcasting your transaction to the network. That's all. And so there was an issue with XLM yesterday. I don't know if that reflects.
I was just checking. Maybe there's a bug that is on the back end. Maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was when you would send. I think it was when you would send to a new XLM account, then you would get this error. But then we started having it on Bitcoin as well, and this one was because of all the what's happening in the market. So
Yeah, and guys, anytime you want to check if there is any particular explorer that is down on inside Ledger Live for any cryptocurrency, then you just go to status.ledger.com, and then you'll see if there is any update over there to see if there is anything that's not working in Ledger Live. For example, if there's an issue with the Polygon or Bitcoin or any crypto in general. So that's a nice way, an easy way to monitor the Ledger Live's performance on that particular day. Next is Jason. Is there anywhere you can physically bring your Nano X an expert to help you with a problem that you have? Like
a Genius bar for
Yep.
Ledger.
Maybe not now, but then maybe in future. We are working on some solutions to help out users, and because everyone cannot use the device, it's a little complicated. But we do have something similar. Like if you want to. Like, of course, you can ask your questions here and we'll try to help if we can via the Ledger Live, this thing. And we also have this onboarding sessions that is done by our team members that they show how to set up the device. If you're a new user, they have to show you how to set up the device, store your recovery phrase. They'll also share some tips. So if you want to check it out, it also happens on our YouTube channel. And you just have to go in YouTube and you can check out Live tab and then you can see the previous onboarding sessions from there. And of course, if you have any particular issue that you're facing with your device, definitely you can drop the question here. If we can help you here, we'll definitely help you here. If we cannot, we can definitely ask you to reach us via support ticket, and then from there we can also share some tutorials and something that we can definitely troubleshoot and resolve your issue.
Yeah, Jason, definitely like describe your issue here. We'll try our best because we've got our low setup here and we've got our device, we've got Ledger Live, so we can probably like
Show you.
get pretty far into troubleshooting your issue. So if you want to describe that issue, that'd be great. In the future, that would be nice to have like physical store. Although like that might be like if you are living near a reseller, a Ledger reseller, then that might be like another place where you might get assistance. Or if you bought your device via Best Buy, and the person that sold the device to you is like a crypto expert, because some of
Some of them are.
some of them are, yeah. So you might seek assistance with them, and there's many ways to get support. But of course, like if you want to hear it from the Ledger team, then
We are here.
yeah.
So yeah, drop the question and then maybe we can try to help you out. Next is Vesna055. Transferred some crypto from my wallet to Newton. I guess that's an exchange. Says I have some crypto allocated, but I can't see it. Why cannot I see it, my crypto? Transferred some crypto from wallet to Newton. Vesana, can you please describe your issue in a bit more detail and which crypto you are referring to and what is Newton exactly, because I don't think we are familiar with the platform. So yeah, just drop the question in more details, and you can also do it in like different parts if you're running out of the character width, and we will definitely pick up your question. Answer you.
Seems like Newton is a Canadian service to buy and sell
Okay.
Ethereum and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if you sold, if you send crypto from your device to Newton, you should definitely send if the transaction is confirmed on the blockchain, which you can check in Ledger Live. But if the balance is not reflected with Newton, then you should definitely check with the support service, because there is nothing we can do.
Yep, and if the transaction is not confirmed yet, and if it's pending for some reason, then maybe the transaction is stuck in the network and then needs to be pushed with some more fees.
Which is probably the case if you transacted yesterday using BTC, right? Because there was a lot of people that were trying to send the BTC to an exchange to sell yesterday, but so as a result, the fee spiked, and if you didn't pay enough fees, then your transaction might still be pending right now. So and will be pending until like all the nodes reject your transaction from the network, and then the transaction will be dropped entirely. But yeah.
And you won't lose any fees because transaction never got picked up, so don't worry, your assets will not be gone. Shaky saying, okay, thanks. Mikey's dropped his case number, so yeah, Shaky will definitely check it out. I'll just take a screenshot so you don't have to worry.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
So we have taken your case number, and we'll Dan will definitely help you out tomorrow with some troubleshooting. Next is Ethan. He's asking when Polkadot rewards on tab.
At some point in the future, but we don't really have an ETA.
Yeah, actually, if you open the earn tab, you can see it's still in beta. So we've still not launched it completely. So once we do, I think then it will support more tokens in future. And of course, we want to support as many staking projects, and already the ones we do support in Ledger Live will definitely be soon added to earn tab. So soon, but we don't have an exact ETA for now, but maybe in future we'll have that as well. So no worry.
I feel like Polkadot is a little trickier because
they keep on increasing the minimum limit. So I guess it's hard to maintain. Basically, it's not hard to maintain it. But other chains like Cardano could be coming as well, and maybe Cosmos is already there, I guess. So yeah, we want to support as many tokens for staking in Ledger Live. Will eventually make its way to OnTab in a couple of months in future. Next is Oinios. I received a random NFTs to Matic account on Ledger. What can I do to stay safe?
You can hide it. So the NFT you received is a scam. 99% sure it's a scam. So I'll show you my own account, which has also a lot of random NFTs that are all scammy. So, check this out. I receive like NFTs every single day. So I get $1,000 rewards, 1,000 USDT, 700 million SHIB. I mean, yeah.
Tempting. It's tempting.
It's tempting. But they're all fake, guys. So we'll show you how the scam works. So the scam is basically to send you this NFT. On Polygon, it's very cheap to send NFTs. So that's why they're deploying the scam on Polygon. And then if you look into the NFT, typically there is a link here. So for example, like inushibi.net, that's a phishing website. So if you go on the website, they will probably ask you for your recovery phrase, or they'll try to make you sign a transaction. They will give the hacker access to your account, things like that. So basically, like, do not interact with the NFT. Do not try to send it. Do not follow any links containing the NFT. Instead, what you can do is just very simply go back to your account, select the NFT one by one for now. We don't have like a bulk hide option, but then right click on the NFT. Oops, sorry, I was in your account like just a second ago. Sorry, back to the account. Yeah, right click on the NFT, hide NFT collection, and you hide. And you repeat for all the different NFT that look scammy.
Which is annoying, by the way.
It's very annoying.
But we are working on something that will be easier for users to do it in future, I guess.
Why do hackers do that, Prince?
So basically, what do hackers, like how the scam works is they'll randomly select like 1,000 addresses from a particular blockchain, and once they do it, they will be just sending it to those particular batch of people which will receive the scam NFT, and out of 1,000 at least even like 2 or 3 will open the link and just share the private keys. The scam still works, right? So
yeah,
the only thing you can do is just hide it, because even sending it to a burn address, for example, it's still you have to sign a transaction, and if the underlying smart contract is malicious, then you will giving the access to that particular smart contract to access your account, and that will definitely drain your assets. One thing you can also do is to have separate accounts in Ledger Live. As you know, there's no maximum number of how many accounts you can create with a single Ledger device. So you can have like 2 Polygon accounts. One is only for like storing your NFTs and valuable tokens and Polygon, and one you can only use to like mint the NFTs on different marketplaces or something like that. And so it's completely segregated with in Ledger Live. And if by chance if you still give a malicious smart contract access to your burning account, which you use on regular basis, then even like he will not, the scammer will not be able to access the second account, because they don't have a way to link one account with another. So that's also an additional layer of protection that you can use. Mm-hmm. And I was just checking the Shiba Inu thing, like just quick out of curiosity, and then just ask you to connect your account, and
so that's the scam token that we hid like 5 minutes ago, because you got the same.
And
right?
then they'll ask you to sign a message, which is very, very
not clear,
very shady, shady. And then once you do it, you're just basically giving them the access to like your accounts and addresses.
So the morale here is do not follow those links. Do not sign any transactions. Do not try to move the NFT. They all scam. Yeah, this one is it looks legit, but it's a scam.
They work very hard nowadays, because it's very hard to scam anyways.
So guys, hide those NFTs. Okay, there is no free lunch. Like nobody is going to send you like 700 million SHIB or like free money. Unfortunately, not in this world.
Yep. Next is Buntara. She's asking, will the BTC be delivered even though it's taking so long?
Yeah, so you probably bought like through MoonPay or like a different buy provider. Mm-hmm. Those providers, they're facing a lot of demand for sure, because a lot of people have
everyone's buying BTC. Everyone thinks it's gonna like go to
exactly. So don't worry, like your purchase will be processed probably at the quote that you purchased, like at the moment you purchased. So yeah, don't worry. Just be patient. If it really takes too long, you can contact the provider's customer service. So if it's MoonPay, contact them directly and bring your purchase ID as well, and see what's going on.
Next is Oinios. He's asking, will Ledger support Lightning Network?
No, not anytime soon. We answered that question.
It's this one another user, so it's
okay. No, we won't support Lightning Network anytime soon. The reason being that it's very difficult to, Lightning Network has this system of channels that need to be maintained and funded, and that's what's required for the Lightning Network to work. But the problem is like this is very difficult to set up in a custodial manner. So right now we don't have any plan to integrate Lightning into Ledger Live. In the future, maybe. Right now what you can do is get a Lightning wallet in your phone, like a wallet of Satoshi or like Phoenix or one of those, and then send Bitcoin from your Ledger device to that wallet, and then use Lightning this way.
Next is the DVX0705. He's saying, can I customize my menu bar on left in Ledger Live? I would like to remove discover, swap, and refer a friend. Is that possible? Oh, that's interesting feedback. I think we can escalate this to our dev team, and then maybe in future they can allow you an option to hide certain tabs that you don't use in regular basis. For DVX for now, there's no option to hide or customize your menu bar. It's just fixed. But then we can escalate this feedback to our dev team, and we'll definitely try to get this in future versions of Ledger Live. But yeah, thanks for the feedback, and it's really appreciated. And guys, all of you who are watching it, if you have any feedback for Ledger Live, to improve the UX, the UI of the app, anything, any suggestions, you can please drop it, and we'll escalate it to our dev team, and then try to bring it to reality, basically. Next is GT Nuts. Every night my Ledger Nano S shows incoming H bar. Is it a scam?
Oh, it's probably a scam. Like probably a dusting attack.
Yeah. So if you want to explain dusting attack.
Yeah. I actually have not experienced like dusting attack on HBAR, but the principle is the same for all different networks. The idea is like the scammer will send you like the minimum amount of HBAR because they want their address to appear in your transaction history. So actually, let me check if I've got dust in my own HBAR account here. So yeah, so the scammer is sending you like a very tiny amount of HBAR. So let's pretend this is the dust amount. Now their address is published on my transaction history, and now they're just hoping that I will mistakenly copy their address and send them funds instead of sending to an exchange or like a legit address. So that's how the scam works. So, at this point, you don't have to worry. Receiving dust on your account does not compromise your account. It's basically free coins. But just protect yourself by always using the receive and send buttons, right? Don't go into your latest operation history and copy paste account numbers from it, because that's how you can get in trouble, and that's actually what they hope for, that you copy the wrong address. So yeah, I think
always goes to the receive flow, and never copy any transaction or any accounts from the transaction history, because these are just attacks mainly targeted to take advantage of your panic, or maybe if you're in a hurry, then you just copy paste instead of going to the receive flow. Always verify your addresses on the device as well, guys, because sometimes we have seen in case in the past where there were address switching malware that could like while copying and pasting, it will switch and it will put scammer's address instead of yours, and on the device you'll still see the correct address, which is your address, which is connected to the device. But on the Ledger Live app, you might see like it's changing the address, because of course it's on your computer as a malware. So always please make sure to check it with the receive flow and or screen, and also like verify the device addresses on the screen and your Ledger Live app at the same time, and then copy and paste it. And always send a small test transaction, because that can also be a way to secure your assets and not send all of them to a wrong address, because once you send it to a wrong address,
it's gone.
No one can access it except the address you have sent it to, and then you cannot even know like whose address it is. So
for sure.
Next is backend 2. How do I add Bluezell to Ledger Nano S? So backend Bluezell is a ERC20 token, so don't worry, you just have to create an Ethereum account in Ledger Live, just like if you already have not created it, and then just copy and paste and select your Ethereum account, and then you can select the Ethereum address, and once you do that, you can just send your tokens to this account. Make sure to select the right network, because if you select the wrong network, then your token will be hidden from you and it will be difficult to recover it, because if you send it to the wrong network, and if it does not exist over there on that particular network, then you'll just lose your assets. And so make sure to do it, and also try sending a small test transaction, and then you'll see your tokens under your Ethereum account. Same thing goes for Polygon and Binance token as well, guys. You don't have to create different accounts for different tokens. You have to create Ethereum mainnet account, and then you can send all your tokens and Ethereum and NFTs to the same account. Okay. Next is Kevin is saying case 13. Okay, his case number. Can you help me locate my Bitcoin sent to an address? Okay, so if you have, we'll definitely give it a check tomorrow after we come back to work, Kevin, and we've noted down the case number so that we can send you a follow up on the case.
It's probably like low fee, if I had to guess, just because of the context.
Maybe sent it to a wrong address. That could be possible. But we'll just take a look at the case once we finish the session, and then we'll get back to you by tomorrow. Next is Dirty. Can you explain how the recovery phrase check app on Ledger works, and is it safe to enter that into your device.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the safest place to guys to enter your 24-word seed phrase is your ledger device, and that's the only place that you should enter it ever. And recovery check app is basically to check if the recovery phrase stored inside the device is correct and that you have noted down correctly. So you just have to install it from My Ledger tab, and then you'll just be able to install it as you can see it on your screen. Dan is installing it, so it's already installed. So yeah, and then you just have to open it, and then you do not show your 24-word seed phrase here, guys. Ledger will never show it again. It will just show it at one time after setting it up, and it will ask you to enter your 24-word seed phrase one by one, and then if everything goes well, then in the end it will just show you the recovery phrase is valid if it's correct, and if it's not, it will just show you recovery phrase is invalid. That means there's some issue with the recovery phrase. In that case, if it's invalid, then Dirty, you should definitely set up your device with a new recovery phrase and add new accounts and transfer your assets from old accounts to new accounts. We also have a help center article that explains the step, which I'm gonna link it so you can have a look at it once you get some time. But it's completely safe, right, Dan?
It's the only safe place to type your recovery phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's this app on the device. That's the only place where you can safely type your recovery phrase. And Pringe, like, what happens if the check? So if the check succeeds, then it succeeds. But what if it fails? Like, does the device reset, or like, is there any consequences?
No, the device won't reset at all because it does not happen like that. Mm-hmm. It is just that it will show you that recovery phrase is invalid message on the screen of your Ledger screen or device. And if it's invalid, then the recovery phrase that you've noted down is not correct.
Okay.
And in that case, you should definitely change your recovery phrase. And
move your funds out of your device probably.
First, and delete all the old accounts. Set up your device with a new seed phrase, add new accounts in Ledger Live, and then send your funds to this new account because old accounts are linked to your old seed phrase. So even if setting up with a new seed phrase will not give you access to the same account.
Yeah, because it means like if you failed the test, it basically means that the recovery phrase that's backed on the recovery sheet is incorrect. So if you don't have a backup for your private keys. So if you lose that, or if your device resets for whatever reason, then you lose the only keys to your accounts, and then you're screwed basically. So instead, like if you failed the test, absolutely empty all your accounts and then reset your device, create a new recovery phrase, new accounts, and then send back the funds. I think Pringe is
for the article to set up the device with the new seed phrase in case recovery phrase is invalid. And if it's valid, then you know that you've noted it correctly, and never share it with anyone, and just secure it offline at all times. Never take a photo of it. Never put it in any password manager app because recently even one password got exploited. So never do that. Never put it on your phone. Never put it on your computer. Only on the recovery sheet. Or you can use the Steal storage solution like Cryptos use Stag or Billfodl, and then you can store it offline there as well. But never digitize it, guys. Anyone who's seeing this live right now, never digitize your 24-word seed phrase because once it is exposed online, it can be risky anytime. Like you will never know what time because you might have taken the photo today, and then after 2 years, your assets might get drained because the scammer will be waiting and playing the long game to see, okay, this guy is sending all his assets now, and his portfolio is increasing, and once it is like high enough, they will just scam you after all your funds. So never ever share your 24-word seed phrase and digitize it. Next is Philip. Along with NFT received 0.001 Sol, also I received yesterday. So I think that, again, it's a dust attack. If you received a small amount of any crypto assets for free that you've not transferred it by yourself, it's just a dusting attack to get that scammer's transaction address on the transaction history of your Ledger Live app. And best thing is not to interact with it. Keep the free Solana that you have received, and never use the address on the transaction history. Always go through the receive flow, and then you're good to go, Philip. You don't have to worry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's starting to spread, like those attacks, they spread through all the different networks, like all the cheap networks, like Solana, Polygon, like Arbitrum, Optimism.
Kevin, he's saying, how can I reverse my transaction? So Kevin, it's not possible to reverse any transaction on blockchain. Once a transaction is sent, it's forever, like you cannot change it. So if you've sent it to a wrong address, I'm sorry that you might have lost your assets, but we'll definitely take a look at your case, support case, and then we'll get back to you.
It might be, Kevin, that the transaction is just pending. So if the address is wrong, there's nothing we can do. But if the transaction is just pending because the fee you attach to the transaction is too low, so the miners are picking up like transactions with a higher fee, then you just have to wait until the transaction gets processed. But we'll take a look. if you want to share the transaction hash, if you don't mind, that would be a privacy problem. So it's not recommended. But if you don't mind sharing the hash, we can even like check right now for you if you want. If you're okay to wait, we'll get back to you tomorrow in the tickets. Okay.
Next is Terry. My case ID is 13. Okay, and I've lost all my coins in my ledger. So sorry to hear that, Terry. First of all. But only two reasons that you might have lost your assets is either your 24-word seed phrase is exposed online, or someone has access to your ledger device and the PIN as well at the same time. Or if you might have signed any scammy transaction or any scammy NFT you might have interacted with. Of course, we feel bad for you, but in this case, we can't do much. The only thing we can do from our side is to help with the investigation. But that investigation needs to be started by the local law enforcement agencies in your region. So you can do one thing: you can file a police complaint with the local law enforcement agencies, and you can share the case details with us, and then we'll directly be in contact with the investigative team and try to help them as much as we can. Of course, if the assets are off the blockchain already, then again we can't do much over here again. And this is the reason we always open with the same line and close with the same line, is that never ever share your 24-word seed phrase, guys.
Yeah.
That's the only way someone can access all your accounts, even without having that ledger device of yours, because that is what the device is securing offline at all times.
And by sharing recovery phrase, we don't mean just like sharing with someone, like giving someone the 24 words, right? That's not what we mean. I mean, we shouldn't do that, but you should not also like type your recovery phrase anywhere, like typing into any website. Don't type it into Ledger Live, because that would be a fake version of Ledger Live that's trying to scam you. I mean, we mean share like in the broadest sense of the word, right? You should never digitize it, never type it anywhere, like just strictly keep it secret on the card, and make sure that no one has access to it, and you never type it anywhere. So that's what we mean by don't share it.
It's just like your credit card PIN, guys. If you don't share your credit card PIN with anyone,
Yeah.
you don't share your 24 words with anyone. That's the PIN of your accounts on the blockchain in a way. Next is Chinese user, or maybe I will not. Maybe it's a Asian user, so I will just put it as that. Hi sir, what time I can receive my stacks? Maybe next year. So we don't have an exact ETA for shipping yet, my friend. But definitely, once we do start shipping, you will receive an email in your email address that you've provided at the time of placing the order, and then from there you can track your shipments. Of course, we are sorry again for the delay, because this is not what we anticipated at the beginning of the launch. But we are definitely working round the clock to ship those devices as soon as possible, guys. So just some patience, some understanding, and support. And if you have ordered your device via NFT, you will get a free Nano S Plus as a token of gesture, like just for the delay and your support. And if you have ordered it via the website, you'll get a free magnet shell case with to protect your ledger stacks. It's like a magnetic cover for your device,
Which looks great, by the way.
and it feels great as well. So
Yeah, it's got a nice soft finish.
next is Dinstructive. What are your thoughts on the Bitcoin price?
We love it.
Yeah, we're super duper happy, guys. Finally, we can see some green in the market. It's been long. It's been
2 years.
It's a long crypto winter, so I
Yeah,
feel that it's
yeah.
time for some summer and some pumps. So
Yeah. Hopefully the end of the bear, guys. Hopefully a US ETF coming around the corner. That would be, in my opinion, extremely bullish for the space, because, if you have a BTC ETF, then, next will be like whatever, down the list of crypto assets, and that would be great. And hopefully they will take us out of the bear market that's been pretty brutal. I mean, I think that's fair to say.
for everyone, not only for Ledger in general, but every other crypto company, NFT projects, everyone was in. I think that once the bear market gets over, we can start actually making money. So guys, again, if you just to put it out there, because we just heard a case from Terry that lost all his assets. They are all waiting, guys. The scammers are all waiting for the bull run. So be very careful.
Yeah.
Do not share your 24-word seed phrase, because do not type it anywhere. Do not digitize it. Because anything you do with your seed phrase, if that happens, you will not be attacked right now or scammed right now. Once the prices go up and the market goes up, then all the scammers will start draining your accounts one by one. So make sure you've never shared a copy of your 24-word seed phrase with anyone, or kept it on your phone or your computer, please, that's not recommended at all. It's completely risky. Only place you enter your 24-word seed phrase is a Ledger device or any other hardware wallet that you use, but not enter it on any software wallet. Do not import your accounts, because that is also one way of you losing assets. A lot of people, they do, okay, I'm not able to do anything with my Ledger device right now because it's stuck or something, and I need to access my account. They import the 24-word seed phrase on a software wallet, and that's it. That's it. So never ever expose it online, digitize it, or share it with anyone. And yeah, if the market goes up,
hopefully it continues going up.
Yep.
Don't let the hackers steal your cheap coins. You accumulate those cheap coins, now you gotta hold on to them. But let us know what you think about the Bitcoin price going up. I mean, everybody's happy about it, I guess, but
yeah, let us know your sentiment basically of the market. Loki saying, keep up the good work, guys. Crypto to the moon. Yes, we want it.
It's on the way. It's on the way, hopefully.
Next is Dex. He's saying, I can't send any assets of my Ledger Nano X. Okay. So can you like let us know which assets are you referring to? Also, let us know if you're on the latest Ledger Live app. Are you getting any specific error message, Dex, so we can help you troubleshoot it. Kevin is saying the transaction is confirmed. So yeah, Kevin, if the transaction is confirmed, there's no way of reversing the transaction. The only thing we can help you is like letting you know like, okay, where is the transaction sent to which address, and then from there, if it's not your address, then unfortunately you will not be able to get back your Bitcoin.
Potential phishing attack here.
Could be, yes, or maybe just a mistake.
Maybe a mistake, yeah. Maybe a dusting attack. Maybe like a lot of things can go wrong.
Next is Dirty. He's asking, when updating firmware on my device, is there any way possible that any virus could export my seed phrase from the device while the device is connected?
No, there is no way.
That is the reason we have designed this device to protect against all these attacks, and it will never leak your private keys online ever, because private key never leaves the device. Whenever you do a transaction, the transaction information is passed to the device. It verifies the signature. Once the signature is verified, that transaction data is sent to the blockchain. The private keys remain offline at all times.
It's our job to design firmware and devices and secure elements that can withstand these kind of things, right? So this is the basic security of Ledger, that you don't have to worry about firmware. You don't have to worry about signing transaction, as long as the transaction are not trying to scam you, of course. But you're in good hands. You're perfectly safe. But again, apply best practices when it comes to securing your private keys. The only thing you really have to worry about is not like a malicious firmware or a thing like that. It's really like phishing attacks, people trying to get you to, share your recovery phrase or type it into some fishy form, things like that. This is the big risk. It's not like, is the firmware gonna hack my Ledger?
And it will be very they'll push you in this panic mode.
Yeah.
That you think that your assets are at risk, and then in that panic they'll take advantage of your advantage of you, and then just take your seed phrase away. Because we've seen scams in past where people have been sent emails, people have been sent SMSs that there's some issue with your Ledger device or Ledger accounts, to just recover it, connect it to this link, and then you follow the steps there. And then that's the people, sometimes they panic because they're new to the space, and then they connect your device there, enter 24-word seed phrase, and that's it. That's what they wanted, and that's how you lose your assets. Next is Kevin. Again, he's saying my Ledger was hacked. So yeah, Kevin, if the Ledger was hacked and if someone else was able to move your Bitcoin, there's nothing that we can do, because we don't have, first of all, access to your private keys. Second of all, we don't have any information on the transaction history data. We don't see the transaction data that is happening on Ledger. And third, once it is already sent and it's confirmed, there's no way of reversing any blockchain transaction.
Yeah, and I have to say, it's not the Ledger that was hacked, it's the recovery phrase. You probably at some point, unfortunately, you shared the recovery phrase, or someone has access to your Ledger and, maybe PIN code, and they were able to, like you do, to open the Ledger device with your PIN code and just spend your funds. But
or you were just tricked into giving your 24-word seed phrase, and then you don't remember it. That also happens, we have seen cases.
That happens a lot.
Every time, so... Yeah. Dex is saying no, keep saying fail. So Dex, if you can let us know which crypto asset are you having problem with? Do you have problem with it?
BTC.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there is an issue with the backend, because there are so many transactions that are being sent through and to Ledger Live. So we have some error for now. Don't worry, Dex. You can still connect your Ledger device to a third party called Electrum, and I'll just link the article for troubleshooting this. And don't worry, your assets are not at risk. And I know it might be frustrating to send it and you are not able to send it. but there's always a workaround, guys. So that's why we are here to reach out to you and help you in the time when you need it. I'm just finding the articles. I just can give you the correct guidance and correct articles to steps you can follow there. And that's
And make sure that when you use those third-party apps and you connect your Ledger device to it, make sure to check the fee market, like give a reasonably good fee for the transaction, because the network is super congested these days because of the price action. So if you cheap on the fee, then the transaction will get stuck for maybe 4 days, right? So make sure that you give a generous fee.
yeah, this is the area. So yeah, the Dex, it is on our backend. But don't worry, you can still send your tokens using a third-party interface. Just like Ledger Live, there is a interface called Electrum, which you can use to send your transactions from there. Of course, please do not import your seed phrase into that wallet. Just use the Connect Hardware Wallet button, and then I've linked the article. It explains all the different steps that you can use to troubleshoot this issue and send your tokens without any risk. The Asian user is saying, haha, I already bought it and I love the ledger. Oh, thank you. And again, sorry for the delay in stacks, but it's coming, guys. It's coming soon. Buntara is saying, for Tenet, there are 3 networks. Which network should I choose?
Tenet.
I've heard about
You
it.
familiar with Tenet?
I think it's in ERC, but I'm just checking it. Not sure. Could be mainnet as well, right? But if there's getting multiple networks, I think it's an EVM.
It's also a movie.
It's also a movie. Yes, it is. It is a token. So, okay, it's only on Etherscan, and you are getting an option to. For Tenet, there are networks. Which net? Buntara, if you can let us know which networks you is it like offering you to send your tokens from using that network. So let us know, and then we can check it up. Like if that network, that token is supported on Ledger Live on that particular network. Because on here we can only see it is on Ethereum. So I think it's on Ethereum. It should be
ERC20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Let us know the exchange as well. If you're sending from Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, like whatever.
Dex is asking, okay, thanks. Need to cut some coupons on Bitcoin. Yes, true that. But keep your private key safe, guys. That's the only thing you need to focus on. And yeah, Buntara, if you can let us know the networks which is offered by the exchange to withdraw your tokens. The Tenet is a token, and it will either give you option to either withdraw using Ethereum, Polygon, if it's supported on Polygon, or maybe Binance Smart Chain, which
Probably,
is also
yeah,
a network. So Bybit, okay, Bybit. Let me see if they support Bybit withdrawals.
So because if it's an ERC20 token, you probably you safe sending it through Binance Smart Chain, although Bybit probably doesn't support Binance Smart Chain. But safe options would be Ethereum network, might be called ETH network or ERC20 network. If you get the Polygon option, that's also safe. If you get Arbitrum option, that's safe. Optimism option, that's also safe. But you might not see the token in Ledger Live, which is because it might not be detected by Ledger Live. But you can still send it, and then you can use something like Zerion to detect it on those chains, and you will see the token as well in the Block Explorer as well. You exchange on the Block Explorer, your account on the Block Explorer, so you know it's in your account. If you're not sure, just send a test amount first before you send the entire balance, so you understand what the token is gone. But I think,
I'm just checking if we can find the link on different networks, or it's just on Ethereum. If it's just on Ethereum, then I think you should withdraw it on Ethereum network because it's an ERC20 token.
And it's supported in Ledger Live, correct?
No.
It's not.
Still just use Discover Zerion DApp.
So after you send your token, send a small amount first, and then go into Discover, and then check your Ethereum, the Ethereum chain here. You should see the token here. It's in your wallet. It's just that Ledger Live will not be able to detect it. We need to use Zerion to boost the detection.
Okay, no, they also have the mainnet.
Oh, they have their own network?
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Okay.
TenetScan or Etherscan. I think TenetScan would be cheaper to send and it's the mainnet, so I think it's better. But then it's not supported by Ledger, right?
Yeah.
So it won't be supported.
Tenet, maybe you can connect via MetaMask, because it looks like an Ethereum clone.
Just let me check. Sorry guys we are doing like live troubleshooting, so give us some time. If you have any questions, you can keep dropping it. We can keep picking it up.
I'll take the next question.
Why can't Ledger just take down all fake support accounts on Twitter?
So
we do that.
Yeah, we're trying, but the truth is it's super difficult to like. You kill one fake account, and there is like 5 or 10 more that just pop up because it's so easy for scammers to create fake accounts.
But if you don't want to get scammed, guys, you can always join our Discord server, because there we always monitor all the bots and they always remove the scam accounts. So very safe place to, of course, get a like instant support over there as well.
And you can bookmark the real Twitter accounts, like which is Ledger_support, which is the only.
Yes, then it is there.
Okay.
You can. So of course, Buntara, coming back to your question, network is not supported directly in Ledger Live. So you'll need to first connect your Ledger device to MetaMask. So we have a Help Center article on that. So just go to our Help Center and connect it via the instructions provided over there. Then you will need to add Tenet as a custom network if you want to send it via Tenet network. If you want to send it via Ethereum, then you don't need to add anything. You just need to send it to your Ethereum address on an Ethereum network. And then, as Dan showed you, you can use the Zerion app in Ledger Live to view your tokens. And also, I'll add this token to our pending token list. So in the future version of Ledger Live, you will be able to see the tokens directly inside your Ethereum account, and you won't need to use Zerion in future.
Okay.
Adam Venture Crypto is saying there's a particular account that has been scamming me since last year.
It's a Ledger account, so like a fake main account.
Ledger support. Yeah, this account it's a very old account, and it has around 50k followers. And we are trying to take it down since a long time, but Twitter has their own policy, and we have to prove that this account is not a real account, a legit account. And that's why it might take some more time to get rid of them. But of course, as I mentioned, you can join our Discord server, so then you can not get scammed. And Twitter is, I think, full of scammers anyways, because it's so easy to create an account.
Twitter is dangerous. But that being said, we'll escalate, like, because we have people like working on taking down those scams. But to be fair, they are completely overwhelmed because there's just too many scammers on Twitter specifically. That's why we're doing those AMA on YouTube, by the way, because it's much safer. But we'll escalate that.
So I've linked the Discord link, and then you can just join our server, and then you can get instant support without getting scammed, guys. So do that if you want to.
Last question.
Next is Kaden. He's saying, hi, I'm still waiting on someone to get back to my case. I was in live yesterday and was told that someone would get back to me. So Kaden, if you can just drop your case number in the chat, then we can definitely expedite the response for your issue.
Okay.
And I think that is the last question. I have some proof. I have screenshots. Yeah, so definitely, Adam, try reaching our Discord server. There also you can create a support ticket, and then you can share all the screenshots. Give it to us. Yeah, one of us will be there, and we can share it with the brand protection team that is responsible for taking down all the fake scammy accounts. And with that, we come to end of this Halloween themed AMA session. And so we'll see them next week, I guess.
Yeah. We'll probably do better with the Halloween decoration next week, I think. This was improvised, guys, but I feel. So, when is Halloween actually? On Saturday?
I think it's on 31st of February.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, in a week.
Kind of.
Oh, we get the case number?
Okay, Karen's case number has been given. Okay, Karen, I've taken the screenshot, so we'll definitely expedite this response for you on the case.
Okay.
Don't worry.
And so, guys, we'll be back. I think we'll be back next week. The two of us, at least, Prince and myself. That being said, there'll be a live every single day starting tomorrow. The US team will host, so that will be at. I can never remember the time. But
I will just drop the schedule, so then no one has to scratch their heads over it.
Yeah, but they'll be live every single day. We publish the previews on YouTube, so you can sign up and get notified when we go live.
Yeah, just press the bell icon and then you'll be notified.
And that's the best way to reach out to us. If not, you can go to the Help Center and open a ticket and chat with the live agents. But of course, we appreciate a lot that you guys coming to those sessions, and we will be back.
Shahid Mustafa is saying, I have a quick question. Sorry, Shahid, we are running really out of time. We have already used a lot of time. just you can do one thing. Once the session is over, you can drop your question in the comments, and we'll definitely reach out to you via the comment, like via the comment that you dropped. We'll reply to it. Don't worry. So, and if your question is not answered, then definitely join our next session on Monday and Tuesday. We do this 4:30 to 5:30 Paris time, and yeah, see you then.
Okay.
Bye, guys.